What we do is we provide people with the opportunity to not only gather knowledge, but also to put that knowledge into practice and to learn new skills, and then to implement those skills with the best intentions, with a certain attitude. We impart all three, knowledge, skill and attitude, by following a specific procedure when we design our training and when we deliver our training. In order to do training well, in order to cover all of those, knowledge, skill and attitude, you really need to answer 4 questions in a specific order, in a specific way. The first question that your audience is going to want to know the answer to is why. Why am I here? Why do I need to know this? Why now? Why you? Why me? These sorts of questions. And that's really an attitude question. It's a question that's delving into the attitude behind the training. So what we need to do there is we need to provide people with an experience in order to shape the attitude. So this is an activity, an exercise, something they've got to go through. Once they've done that activity, they come out the other side with an element of, oh, I see why now. I see why we need to know this. So now they're ready for the what it is we need to impart. And this is the tool, the technique, the tip, the idea, the content. Then once they've heard the content, there needs to be an opportunity for them to practice. After they've done that, we can have a conversation about what it was like doing that activity as a colleague. And so the role changes from motivator to coach to teacher to colleague as we go through those 4 steps. The tools that we've found most useful are the tools that come from places like neuro-linguistic programming, generative learning, cognitive psychology, in fact broader psychology including behavioural psychology, neurology, a lot of fantastic work being done in that area at the moment, and the social sciences. I think it's absolutely critical to be able to understand where an organisation is at and then select the content and the activities and the processes that are going to get the best results, and that would change for each organisation. A large percentage of the training that we do is in the area of leadership, and if you take leadership apart and pull it into sub-components, there's lots of sub-components. So it could come out as there's also presentation skills, negotiation skills, persuasion and influence skills, how to get your message across. All of these sorts of things fall out as a subset of that. The reason why you would come to us to do training is only if you wanted people to be able to go and do stuff as a result of attending the training. It's very easy to dump knowledge on people. It's very easy to put them through, a ropes course and get them to feel the fear and do it anyway, that sort of stuff. You would only come to us if you really wanted people to change their behaviours after the course. Feedback that we've often had in the past is about how we must have been part of the industry for a number of years because we've been able to pick up on the language that's been used and understand really what's going on in that particular industry. Feedback from participants is, of course, one of the most rewarding parts of the job. When people come up to you at the end of a session and they say, "That was fantastic, Rod, that was really excellent. What was that book you mentioned? Oh, I'm going to get that book. That sounded very..." That sort of stuff. Love that sort of stuff. On top of that, when you walk back into an organisation that you've done some work with and people see you and they come up to you and they go, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And you can just tell that it's really, they're genuinely pleased to see you again. That's one of the best parts of the job. The feedback from participants also that I really enjoy is when you hear that we've covered a tip, a tool or a technique on a course and someone comes up to you and says, "I used that with my husband and it worked," or "I used that with my kids and it worked." This sort of stuff, that is absolutely one of the most rewarding parts of the job. The evidence is that since we've been in business since 1996, we've had thousands of people attend our programs, we've had dozens and dozens of clients who keep coming back and also who refer us on to other clients. And I think that feedback speaks for itself. The sort of people who would benefit from our training are really quite broad, so everywhere from senior leaders in organisations through to middle management who are the meat and the sandwich, got their own problems, through to sales and service teams. One of the brilliant things about the tips, tools and techniques that we use in the training courses and in coaching is that they cover such a broad range because people are people are people. My dad has been in show business for about 70 odd years, and I spent a lot of time growing up watching Dad up on the stage and picking up a lot of this stuff by osmosis. And so I really enjoy being in front of the lights. I really enjoy being on stage. I really enjoy entertaining people. I really enjoy helping people grow and develop. I get a real charge out of having an audience. When people leave one of my courses, they're happy, they're enthused, they're motivated, they're empowered, they're emboldened. They've got things that they can actually go and do, and they feel comfortable and happy doing these things because they know that they are going to be able to, reduce stress and frustration, improve or increase whatever it is that they want to improve or increase. They're going to be better off by implementing some of these skills.